Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I recently went to the e.l.f. store. Ooh, it could be a reflector too. I keep needing to do this to make my videos more beautiful. I'm distracted. All right, we got some floss, really important there. Important before I film, you know? Yeah, but look at all of this, you guys. So much stuff. Let's do this. So first off, I did pick up one of these pore refining primer masks. This is $2. I think that's a really fair price for a sheet mask. You guys know I love a good sheet mask, but when I got home and read the ingredients, I decided against putting this on camera or really any other time, just because I went down about halfway through the ingredients and it does contain soybean extract. I'm kind of on the fence about this. Usually in products, soy will just aggravate my skin and inflame me and make me break out, and I tend to avoid soy in my diet as well because I get a lot of inflammation from it and my body just does not agree with it. So I am actually going to pass on this mask, but if you don't have an issue with that ingredient, then I would say this is a cool thing to try out. I mean, the claims are really nice. It is said to help the appearance of pores and brighten the face and prep it for a better makeup application. In place of that priming mask, I'm going to try this right here. This is the Prep and Blur Stick. This is such an interesting primer because it is a pore blurring stick. It's oil preventative, so it's going to block any oil. It is infused with witch hazel, but it doesn't have any silicone, which usually is what fills in the pores. So I'm super curious about this. It feels nice. I mean, that feels good. So let's just go on in and erase the pores. Milani has a version of this too that I didn't like. It was a little too sticky. This feels really velvety. It actually feels really nice. So I have high hopes that this might work out. Moving on, I am going to be testing out an e.l.f. foundation. You guys have been asking me to try this for a while. And I gotta say, the bottle does look like something that you would get from NARS or a higher end, like it's a nice bottle. This is the shade Sand. This has an SPF of 15. It is oil free. It's a semi-matte finish. It's long lasting. I don't know what kind of coverage this is gonna give to us. Oh my God, okay, I was really confused by this product right here. This is a booster drop. This is a sunless tanner drop. I almost mixed this in with my foundation. Should I do that? I mean, it says you can use this alone, you can use it with your serums, you can use it with a moisturizer, you can mix it in with your foundation, but I just fear that this will make me super, super blotchy. What the hell, let's just do it. Let's just do it. I'm going to do a check-in at the very end of the day, and we will see if this has boosted my glow, if it did any subtle sunless tanning, and if it looks weird, I'll just use a good exfoliator later on. But I am using the shade Sand for my foundation, so I'm gonna do a couple pumps on my palette. This is infused with vitamin E, argan oil, and self-tanner properties. Oh, why am I so nervous about this? How many drops do you use? Okay, that's as far as I'm going. A little, puffy. Ooh, that is a much thicker foundation than I really thought it would be. That is thick, dude. Initially, I was getting frustrated that it was kind of puffy in texture and wouldn't blend, but now that I have it on, it's actually quite nice. So it's a bit of a journey that it's a thicker kind of a consistency. You expect it to be very liquidy coming out of a pump, and it's not like cream thick. It's just a little bit tougher to blend, but it is layering up really nicely, and I don't hate it. For a second, I thought that I hated it. I'm gonna pop on a little concealer and a little powder, and then we will play with more new products. I do have to say, I wanted to get their blotting powder. They have a new shine prevention blotting powder, but they didn't have it in the store. But that did look really interesting. It caught my eye. I'm just gonna add a little bit of setting powder underneath the eyes, and I'm not going to powder the rest of my face. I wanna add these illuminating drops and just kind of see, actually I'm gonna powder right just in this area. I just kind of wanna see what kind of a glow I can get, and I want this whole look that I'm playing around with to be something very glowy and bronzy and more highlight than I normally do on the skin. Okay, so I am going to test drive these right here. This is the e.l.f. Power Glow Highlighter, and the first time I saw this online, I thought it was the Powder Glow Highlighter, and I was like, oh my gosh, they came out with a liquid powder. Oh, makeup is so cool. And then I'm like, just learn to read, Tati. This is the shade right here, Gold. That is extremely golden. And it kind of initially feels a little oily to the touch. Again, it says it's infused with argan oil. Maybe that's like their thing right now. This shade right here is Rose Gold. And then they have a really deep, beautiful shimmer called Bronze, which is this one right here. Really pretty. So you can mix this in with your foundation. It feels a little thick, gel-like, and sticky. I don't know that I would do that. I would use these on the body, and in fact, maybe I'll just try that out right now. I'm also gonna put the lightest shade, the Rose Gold, on the high points of my face, just to kind of see how it sits with foundation, because you guys know I'm a bit of a maniac with that. I want everything to kind of mesh, meld, you know, get along, be friends, and not break apart, and that can be tricky with liquid highlighters. I'm gonna take my beauty blender and just grab a little bit and just kind of tap right in this area. You know what? For $6, that is not bad. I mean, it's no Hourglass highlight, it's no Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector liquid, but it's not terrible. All right, I'm gonna mix the Rose Gold and the gold and apply it to the body. Actually, no, I'm gonna do Rose Gold and Bronze. So I have these right here. Ooh, maybe that was too much. Wow, that will really give you some color though, dang. Whoa, oh my God, I feel like J-Lo. My face doesn't match my body now though, dang it. It feels really nice on the skin too, like it does feel very, very hydrating. Okay, I like that better on the body than on the face. Moving on, while we're here highlighting, let's just put the heart highlighter on top of the liquid. Sometimes that's a trick that I like to do, oops, more so on bare skin because it will really just kick up the highlight and emphasize it and also help it to last longer. I'm just gonna take a fan brush. This is a Morphe M601. This is falling apart. I've used it too many times. All right, I'm gonna go in the lighter side first and just kind of see. That's really beautiful. You guys already know I love e.l.f. highlighters. They are like some of my favorite as far as just a budget highlighter. They're not as smooth as some of the higher end highlighters that you can find at Sephora, so I don't want to say that it's better than high end, but it is one of those that definitely competes. I'm liking this. I think it looks like my skin just got like a big old drink of water and I'm into it. Let's put some of the bronzy on the shoulders. Dang. Oh my God. You guys are gonna say that I'm crazy in the comments. I know. Too much glow, right? Is there such a thing? We love this. This is so Tati approved. Congratulations to Heart. If you are looking for an affordable, beautiful, gorgeous highlighter that is pressed, go and check this out. It's really nice. I am gonna take just a little bit of butter bronzer and bronze up my face. Next up, we are going to attempt to do brows with the Ultra Precise Brow Pencil in Neutral Brown. This is an itty bitty thin precise pencil. Wait, have I tried this before? Am I losing my mind? I honestly can't remember if I've tried this before because I try so many products. But this is a very finely tipped brow pencil. It is the Ultra Precise Brow Pencil, and this is in the shade Neutral Brown. I'm kind of having like a moment with e.l.f. right now because I'm liking a lot of what I am trying. I really like the color of this so much. Like, I love the color of this. I usually use like 5 different brow products, no joke, and this is like blowing my mind. We're gonna test out this eyeshadow palette. I already know I really love the formula on e.l.f. eyeshadows, especially their matte palettes. Oh my gosh, are they all called Mad for Matte? I guess they are. This is the Mad for Matte, and this is in Holy Smoke, so they just have different ones. I have a completely neutral one that I recommended in my best mattes at the drugstore. I love that one. I love the color setup, the tones, and this one just looked a little bit deeper and a little bit more smoky, so it's appropriately named. Let's crack into this. I'm gonna go ahead and go in the lightest shade right here and just grab a little on a fluffy brush and really kind of go almost all the way up to the brow and just lay down a nice bright wash of color. That's a really like perfect white matte. I'm gonna go in the crease with this right here mixed in with a little bit of the warmth right next door. So these two, and I'm just going to fluff that windshield wiper motions. Do we see how quickly that blends? Like, I can't get over the fact that this is a $10 palette. I am gonna take the darkest brown in here and I'm going to use this to kind of smoke out the lash line. I'm gonna take a smaller brush, the Morphe E39, going back into that brown color and just get a little tighter to the lash line. Now I'm gonna take a flat brush and go into that first shade we used and kind of pump up the brightness a little bit on the lid. I actually really like this look. It's a little different for me, but it's also a throwback to kind of the in the crease, outer corner line with powder type of a deal that I think we've all seen. This is pretty much the basic, quick, go-to, no fuss makeup look that will work really well for most eye shapes, and it's pretty quick. So I like it, it's really natural, and I'm gonna pop on some mascara and we'll get to lips. This is the Rose Gold Matte Lip Vault. Look at these, how pretty, right? And I think I kind of wanna do something a little bit darker. That could be pretty, right? I'm gonna go with this one. This is the shade Mulberry. This is the shade Mulberry Maven, and I'm just gonna pop this on without a liner or anything and see what happens. I like that it has like a nice point. My refrigerator just turned on. Reminds me of like prank calls when I was a kid. Do you ever prank call someone and say, "Is your refrigerator running? Well, then you better go catch it." I was the queen of like stupid prank calls when I was a child. This is going on beautifully, by the way. I mean, as of right now, I totally love this. I kind of want to like play around with more colors. These are so beautiful. They are all like super smooth and even and nicely pigmented. e.l.f. is like stepping up their game in such a major way. It is impressing me so much. All right, I have to say most everything that I tried out worked out really well. I enjoy the foundation more now that it has settled a little bit on my skin. I'm liking it, like it feels very comfortable. It's not cakey, it is just looking really nice. But I am gonna check in with you guys at the very end of the day to see how everything wore. I think the highlighters are so great. They worked really well. The sun drops, we're gonna have to see if it kind of does anything, and maybe I'll update you over time as I continue using them because they do have a self-tanner element to them. The brow pencil I will use again. The lipsticks right here I definitely will use again. I want to try out more shades. So right now this is a very successful first impressions. Yeah, I pretty much liked everything, you know? So we'll see where we land and how things wear all day long. I am going to test out this Dewy setting mist. Not that I need any more dewiness on my skin. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to kind of cover my eyes a little bit and just get my forehead and face. I don't want my eye makeup to smear. So far, so good. I will see you guys later on tonight before I wash my face with a final update. It is now about 10 o'clock at night, and not only has my makeup completely worn down, but my hair has progressively gotten worse throughout the day. I think I now have a bun mullet. I don't even know what's happening. Initially, everything going on for the most part I really enjoyed. However, we all know that that story changes by the end of the day. The foundation I won't be reaching for again. I just think there are better options even in this price range. My Wet n Wild Photo Focus, Wet n Wild Cushion. There is the L'Oreal Infallible Matte. Let's see here, what other drugstore ones do I love? Milani still kills it, much more coverage, much more long wearing. So there are other options at the drugstore that I like better than this, so I won't be wearing it again. The really interesting thing about this product was when it started blending, I didn't like it, and then when I finished blending, I loved it. And for the first like 3-4 hours, I kept glancing in the mirror, like when I was washing my hands after using the bathroom or whatever, and like just the quick glances in the mirror, I was like, wow, this is really, really pretty. But it kind of took a nosedive and started breaking apart and like all around my nose. Like this is just, it's gone. I'm gonna keep using these drops. I'm really curious if I can get some type of a self-tan boost. I will mix this in with my other foundations and I'll let you know how it goes. As far as the primer, I would use this again. This has a nice texture to it. It's not overly sticky, and even on the back of my hand when I do this, I can see a definite blurring effect, so I will use this again. These I'm definitely gonna use on the body, the Liquid Glow with Argan. These are great, $6, love it. The eyebrow pencil, absolutely gonna keep using because the shade of it is so great. It's just like the perfect dark shade for me in particular, and I love these itty bitty tips on a brow pencil. I will probably use other products with it to make my brows maybe a little more even and a little more full, but the color stayed on really nicely all day. The highlighter from Heart, the collaboration, so nice. I mean, their powder highlighters are so great. You really can't go wrong with any of the e.l.f. highlights, but this duo is really beautiful. You could use it on the eyes too. The eyeshadows, you guys know I love these. They wear well. I mean, look at my eyes. It still looks great. And then the lips. Oh my gosh, if you can still find this set, go for it, you guys, because 10 matte lip colors, the Rose Gold Matte Lip Vault. I switched up and now I'm wearing the shade Praline, and it just went on so nicely. The other one was fine and it wore a really long time, but I was eating and I just felt like I wanted to take it off because it was getting a little bit messy. But trying this one on, it was just like, oh, there's a sharpener in here. Magic. I'm impressed. This is not for me. This is not my jam. This is just not my thing. As far as a dewy setting mist, the only one that I've ever truly loved, this is the Hydrating Milky Mist. It has hyaluronic acid and black oat. This is from Pixi, and it's the only one that does not make me feel like a grease ball, but hydrates. So I love the packaging e.l.f., but on the dewy setting mist, no, it's a pass. So that is everything new from e.l.f. that I could get my hands on. Let me know what you want to see in an upcoming video. I know I say this so often at the end of videos, but I am serious. Tweet me, Snapchat me, Instagram comment me, message me, just track me down, leave comments here. There are so many new launches always coming out. Like, it's not even just like this season, like New at the Drugstore used to be kind of a January, summer, back to school type of a thing. But I feel like every single day I am seeing another launch, another launch, another launch. So I always want to hear from you guys and know what you are most excited about, most interested in watching. So let me know. I hope you enjoyed this one though. I'm gonna go wash my face and brush my hair and call it a night. I love you so much. Thanks for hanging out with me. If you like the video, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. All right, have a good one, guys. Mwah.